What is up, my ducks and drakes? Welcome to the Crawdad Lake, and today I like to talk to you guys about a fanfic that I read last night about Care Bears that I'm not able to do for Wattpad Read Aloud because it is an incomplete story, but it had to end early because the writer lost motivation, which is totally understandable, but I love the book so much and I wanted to talk about it to some capacity. So I'm using this Care Bear video to talk about my Care Bear fanfiction that I read, and oh my god, it's so good. I'm not looking at it right now, and I read it really late last night, so I don't remember too much, but I think the name of the book was Starlight, and it was a book about this girl named Claire, or like Claire, something like, it's a really long version of Claire that they shortened down to Claire in the story, but there's this girl named Claire, and she gets in a car crash with her mother. She watched her mother dies, and she watches her mom's neck go into a very uncomfortable position as she dies. All she did was break her arm. Because of this thing that happened, Tenderheart went down and got her and helped her with her trauma and brought her up to Carolat, where she met Oopsie. Because Oopsie's Oopsie, they became friends, and it was really cute. But then years later, she forgot about Carolat, and she forgot about the magic powers of an amulet, but Oopsie is able to contact Claire through the iPad under, an iPad name that she doesn't know because, she's turning 16, so 16th birthday comes around. And, her aunt, which is a twin to her mother, so making her uncomfortable because they look exactly alike, but, moved in with her, so yeah, she gave her a necklace that looked just like the one from her childhood. After wishing, a rainbow appeared in her closet, and she went back up to Carolat, and from there, that's where the book kind of left off. To be fair, even with all of this going on, my favorite part was the relationship between True Heart and Noble Heart. That horse and bear, man, they have some chemistry, dang. So, there's this one scene. Basically, True Heart and Noble Heart is raising Oopsie because he doesn't have a belly badge, and they're trying to get him to earn his belly badge, because most cubs get their belly badge, before they even learn how to use the bathroom without a diaper, apparently. But, Oopsie's older, and he still doesn't have it. So then True Heart and Noble Heart have to continue with their lifelong care mission of either getting him his belly badge or helping him come to terms with the fact that he doesn't have one. And there's even a point where they question if he's even a Care Bear because he doesn't have one. It's ridiculous. OMG. Now I'm excited. So this one book combines the stories from all of the generations of Care Bears, mainly the ones from the two main movies, Care Bears and the Care Bears Movie 2 New Generation, and they combined it with both the Hub series from 2014 and the Care Bears and Cousins series from 2016 that's on Netflix. And there's this one part, because Noble Heart and True Heart live far away in Carolat, isolated, so that I guess Oopsie doesn't see anyone, so they go a really long time without seeing Tenderheart in them. And then Tenderheart's oh yeah, Wonderheart is off with Braveheart and the others collecting Care Hearts to put them in the share cloud, and Noble Heart's wait, hold on, Braveheart came back from freaking collecting Care Hearts and you didn't tell me? And it's just dude, that means Noble Heart and True Heart were there when the Care Crew was sent out to collect Care Hearts and wasn't there for 25 years. Man, ooh. So Noble Heart was low-key offended to the max when he found out, sorry, I forgot Noble Heart was a boy. When Noble Heart found out that the Care Crew was back and just no one told her. The guy, ooh. I love the way every single lore piece from the Care Bears was included in this. It was so good. The freaking Rainbow Rescue, hold on, no, Grumpy was working on something. It wasn't the Rainbow Rescue Beam. Hold up. No, there was this part where Grumpy was working with Oopsie because they wanted to make Oopsie feel responsible, so maybe he'd earn his belly badge or something like that. And so with this, they have Oopsie help work on something canonical with Grumpy, and now I'm really annoyed because I cannot remember what that thing is. And I keep wanting to say Rainbow Rescue Beam, but it's not that, and it's not the Grabber Gus either, because Brightheart invented that on the Cloud Clipper. I don't know. I'm not sure. But if anyone knows any excellent Care Bear fanfiction, go ahead and send it to me. And no, it does not need to be on Wattpad. I know, like, I have a series called Wattpad Read Aloud, but I do read fanfiction on other sites besides Wattpad. Like, I do in fact have a Tumblr, and I do in fact have a fanfiction.net. So I'm not just a Wattpad person. I'll read fanfiction anywhere. I just need to find good fanfiction. So please, if you know where to find any more good, preferably completed fanfiction for Care Bears, just send it my way. I am very desperate. And, like, this is the best I've ever read when it comes to Care Bear fanfiction. But there is the very big problem of the author never finishing the book, and it makes me sad because I need it completed. But at the same time, no, because the author said no, so no. And so in my mind, I kind of just came up with an ending. So if you'd like to hear it, you know what? I'm going to leave the link to the fanfiction in the description below so y'all can read it because it's really good, and then come back here and listen to my headcanon ending of the fanfiction. So Oopsie runs towards the fireworks that they're holding for Claire. They lock eyes. Oopsie is just stunned, runs up to her, hugs, and they burst out into tears. Oopsie admits that he's the one guy from Discord that she's been talking to for like 10 years, which would be pretty epic. And then they'll talk and talk, but then Claire will say goodbye to Oopsie, and they'll sit by the brook again with their feet in the water once again, like in the beginning of the story, and they'll talk, and they'll both admit it'd be better for both of them if they both move on from Care Bears and, like, things. They'll situate Oopsie's connection with Claire and make it less intense, and then Claire will regain her memories of sitting with Oopsie and being friends with him, and they'll still text and things, just like they won't, yeah. And so after that, Claire will go back to Earth, Oopsie will stay in Care-a-Lot, Tinderheart will get a psychology degree and become a therapist because truly that's what he should do as a Care Bear. You know, that's another thing. Totally off topic, but I think Care Bears should have psychology degrees or like study in psychology, because Care Bears would be the perfect thing to, like, the Care Bears would be a perfect person to, like, come behind first responders like ambulances and fire trucks and talk through the people that were in the experience and make sure they're all right. Like Care Bears are pretty much first responders for just smaller problems. They'd be great with working with first responders. Like, I don't know if this sounds weird or crazy or if I'm making no sense, but, like, in my head it makes sense, and I'm hoping that I'm conveying it like it makes sense because I'm trying so hard. Just Care Bears should be first responders when it comes to, like, mental things. Yeah. They should also work at mental hospitals, I have now decided. So with that, I'm probably going to start closing out the video. If you'd like to check out the fanfiction I talked about today, I'm putting in the link in the description. Thank you so much for listening. So you could find my socials in the description below, things like my Twitter, Instagram, Wattpad, TikTok, Tumblr, Reddit. I have other things down there. I just can't remember all that I actually put down there. So yeah, I would like to invite you all to watch this Saturday's video, because I don't know what week this is coming out, but I made either a Standard-Sides theory or a How the World Works cover, and I don't know what Monday this is coming out, so either one, the other, or both will be out, so stay tuned. And, like always, do your best!